got to be part of who you are. It's got to be in your blood. There are little tips and tricks, you know, don't over lure and don't over bait. This week, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about baits and lures. There's a tremendous amount of different baits and lures that are on the market. And I'm a lure and bait maker, and obviously I'd love for you to buy my products, and I'm going to go over my products here today. But I have to be honest with you, pretty much anything on the market out there is going to work for you. There's some really good lure makers out there and bait makers, people that have been around for a lot longer than I've been doing this, since the early 2000s. But it's something that you can probably feel safe and comfortable with when you're looking at baits and lures. Pretty much anything that you're going to find on the market from a trapping company or a trapping manufacturer is going to work for you. When it comes to our baits and lures, we're making our DP sets, we're using two different things. And the bait that we're using is our Coon Buster, and the trailing scent is a magnet. And a little bit about these, the Coon Buster is a bunch of different ingredients that we put in here, and it's a colorful fare. We soak it in crawfish oil, which I like. The crawfish oil, I feel, gives it the scent that we're looking for. The DP, an actual DP, in nature resembles a crawfish burrow. And if you've ever seen a crawfish burrow, they will burrow down in and all that dirt comes up and creates a little tunnel. Well, when you get this set, that looks like a crawfish burrow in nature, and that's why we went with the crawfish scent. The Coon Buster, that's what we're going to put in there, about a tablespoon. It's going to be enough. It comes up above the trigger, and that's really all you want. We top it off with a magnet trailing scent. This is a very sweet smelling trailer. It comes with loganberry, blueberry, corn. We have a lot of different oils in here that just, you know, you're putting it out, coons or whatever hit that, they work right into the trap. And that's what we use for those DPs. Now you can also use our hunter lure, take a little bit of that. That's going to be able to just be put around the rim. But the hunter lure is what we're using a lot of times in our beaver caster mounds, our water sets, things of that nature. It's blue. We made it blue because we feel that at night that's going to be able to stand out. A lot of these animals do see in color as well, and that's why a lot of our stuff is in color. The magnet trailing scent is red. We put a red dye in it, so when it comes out, it's red. And if you have any snow, when that hits the snow, it's a trailer right into it. So if we're looking at doing some water trapping, that's that. And then we finish that water baits and lures off with Reaper. Now, this will also be used sometimes as a change-up in our dirt holes. And that is a fish-based scent, and it's got pellets in it, and it's just a really good change-up at our canine sets. But it's just a perfect bait for pocket sets, and we use that in our DPs as well. If we happen to run out of Coon Buster down in the cylinder, we can put some Reaper in for a change-up. I actually ran out of Coon Buster on my last trip. I only had Reaper with me. We used Reaper in the DPs, and we caught coons on those. So that's the 4 baits that are going to be able to be used in most of your water situations. As I said, we do use the Reaper as a change-up when it comes to canines. Our canines, we've concentrated on 1 bait and 1 lure. We do have a few other SKUs coming out this year. We have a much more potent bait, which is more of a territorial type bait, where we're using scat and gland and things of that nature in it. And we have a couple other lures that we're going to try, but they're in the process of being tested right now with game cameras at sets. But we are very happy with our Mountain Man bait and our Madness lure. The Mountain Man bait, quite honestly, is a fantastic bait. It's 25% ground Angus, 25% rendered prairie dog, 25% fresh prairie dog, and 25% ground poultry. And it is a really good non-offensive food-based bait. It's really really smells good, and we've had a lot of success with this. We've caught canines in 8 different states last year for the TV show, and there's a lot of people out there that we have trying this right now, and it's working consistently right now. My buddy Eddie Dakin up in the Adirondacks loves it for Fisher. The Fisher are hammering it. I have a friend out in South Dakota, that's all he's using, and he's putting up the coyotes. It's been catching badgers. So we're very happy with the Mountain Man. And in situations where we need a lure, we have our Madness lure. It does have skunk essence in it, but it's a very good layered lure. You can smell the skunk, but you can also smell the other layers in it. It's just something that we use as an enhancement sometimes. We will use it on its own in flat sets, but ultimately all of these baits and lures are the ones that we use on our line. We use what we are marketing and selling, and that's really all that I have in my lure kit or lure bag when I'm out in the field. We change it up a little bit on the water sets from the Reaper to the Coon Buster, a little bit of Hunter lure, and predominantly that Mountain Man is going down in those dirt holes, and that Madness is accentuated at times or working a flat set at times as well. So it's just something that, as I said at the beginning, this is our baits and lures, this is our line, and we definitely appreciate your business. But when it comes to baits and lures, the job of a bait and a lure is to pique the interest of that animal. And it doesn't matter if it's a coyote, a bobcat, a fox, all the way down to a skunk and possum if you want to target those. If you are piquing their interest, they're going to work the set. And if you have faith in your baits and lures and you have faith in your sets, your patience is going to pay off, and you're just going to continue to extend your hunting season as you move forward throughout the spring and the summer into the fall. You extend your hunting season throughout the whole year, getting in and doing these trapping processes out in the field. If you put too much lure and bait and continue that process, you're going to have a hard time. But if you can be patient, and that's what trapping is, patience. If you can be patient and wait for these critters to work the sets, you're going to be very successful.